position in which to practice. And arranging our bodies in a way that's easeful, but also having this attention, this gentle discipline to the practice. Just bringing some patience, this form of wisdom as we set up the practice. Sometimes we come with the busyness of what's been happening, or the anticipation of what's to come. And so having a kind, patient attitude. And allowing the body to be felt as a weight on the surface that you're resting upon, whether that be a chair or a bed, or it could even be your feet if you're standing to practice. Using the body, the weight of the body is this counterpoint to the pull of the thoughts, to the activity of the brain. Moving the awareness up to the head. Just notice if there's any frowning, any tension held in the jaw. Just allowing the face to be soft. We use all these muscles in the face to express our emotions, express our thoughts. So allowing them to have an easefulness, a restfulness. A soft face, which may correspond with a softening of the heart space. Bringing the attention to the neck and then to the shoulders, and allowing the shoulders to drop if we're in a sitting position. We're always trying to practice with the body from the inside out, so having a sense of the real visceral body rather than an idea or a notion of the body. Allowing the awareness to move down through the spine, noticing the vertebrae, and having a tenderness as we go down the spine. We can offer ourselves some compassion, some care, always having an ease in practice. And seeing if you can bring a little spaciousness into the spine area. Moving down to the base of the spine, the pelvic area, the hips, the sitting bones. Being aware also of the chest area and the breath in the body, the way in which the breath moves the body, this gentle rocking, cradling, the swelling of the belly. We might like to allow a little space between the arms and the body, just creating a natural flow. Perhaps the hands are resting in the lap or on top of the thighs or beside your body. And being aware of any sensations that we meet. Seeing if we can try not to label what we meet. Seeing if we can be open to whatever is here in our practice. And also perhaps noticing what might disturb your equanimity, what disturbs your balance as you practice. And if the mind wanders, just bringing it back. And perhaps using the breath. Each new breath is a new beginning. We can always begin again without any need for judgment or harshness. Allowing the awareness to move down through the legs, the thighs, the lower legs, and into the feet. And having this sense of resting on the earth, being supported by the earth. And we can borrow this sense of groundedness, this stability from the earth that we're resting upon. And we might also like to bring the clarity of the sky above. Mind like the wide open sky. Just meeting whatever we meet here in the practice. Seeing if we can seeing if we can befriend our experience. And when you're ready, just bringing this short practice to an end. Perhaps bringing a little movement into the body. Okay. So just taking your time to come back to the second part of the practice. And we're going to do a practice on the mindfulness of sound. And so if you would like to bring yourself back to your position, whether that be a new position, or you might like to change positions. I'm taking a little time here just to arrange your body in an easeful way. We're going to start by noticing the sound of our breath. And seeing if you can tune into the sound of the inhale and the exhale. And this may be slightly more challenging if your environment is already quite noisy. Seeing if you can sense into the small sounds of the breath. We might find some comfort in the noise of our breath, in the rhythm. And also bringing our awareness to any other noises, any other sounds that we can hear within the body. Perhaps we can hear our digestion, or maybe swallowing, the lips, the tongue, saliva. And it's quite amazing, really, that our body makes so little sound when you consider the complexity of what's happening. The organs, blood, all really quite quiet. And moving our awareness a little further out now into the room in which we're practicing. And noticing the soundscape of this particular room. Maybe there's whirring of the computer, other electrical appliances, maybe ticks or creaks. And seeing if you can receive these sounds without straining towards them, by just allowing what's here to be here, and without labeling, without judgment. And just allowing the sound to be an anchor for our attention, for our practice. Moving now beyond this room, your room, to the rest of the building, if there are other rooms in your building. Perhaps you can hear the voices and movements of other people. And being aware of how sound lands with the body. What does it do to our nervous system? Sometimes we may be anticipating a sound, and we might just notice that we've got tension in the body in anticipation of what a sound might mean. This may be particularly true if we're carers. And seeing if you can notice the quality of the space around sound. Allowing the awareness now to move further out into the external environment, perhaps noticing traffic or bird song or work that's happening within the external environment. Notice how your body feels about these sounds. And seeing if you can be open without the need to judge. We may be aware of the layers that sound creates, these soundscapes, from the breath in our body right throughout the room and the building to the sounds of the external environment. And being aware of the brain's preference, how it's always deciding what we like, what we don't like, what's noise, what's music. Perhaps noticing any resistance or any irritation. And developing this skill of open listening, of receiving what's here within our soundscape. This can be really helpful. Noticing how sound is landing in the body. It might be helpful to breathe into the listening, encouraging this openness. Noticing the texture, the depth. Or if you have very little sound in your environment, noticing the quality of what silence is like. And I'm just going to read this short poem called Forget About Enlightenment by John Welwood. Sit down wherever you are and listen to the wind singing in your veins. Feel the love, the longing, the fear in your bones. Open your heart to who you are right now, not who you'd like to be, not the saint you are striving to become, but the being right here before you, inside you, around you. All of you is holy. You are already more and less than whatever you can know. Breathe out, touch in, let go. And just when you're ready, just bringing this second practice to a close. There's no rush, just bringing a little movement into the body. Thank you.